Right. Sorry, I was about to say something about the fact that I just now started playing Half-Life, like the first one.
Oh. Okay,
Are
the
you
first one?
playing it in VR or?
What?
No, that's Half-Life Alyx.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Half-Life Alyx is VR.
Mm-hmm. I thought they had Fallout VR too that was released
Fallout has
recently.
VR and they have Skyrim VR, but I'm talking about literally the first incarnation of whatever it's called, Half-Life.
Half-Life.
Okay, I must be thinking of Fallout then instead of Half-Life. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you confuse those.
I confuse a lot of weird
Fallout,
things.
or did I say Half-Life?
You said Half-Life. I'm just
He said
I'm
Half-Life. You said
I'm just
Half-Life.
being me. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Tom's just an idiot.
Yep. Hi.
Anyway.
How are you? I just watched the most recent episode of Harley Quinn, and George Lopez shows up.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that in the other chat. That was... I saw a thing talking about like an unexpected guest star, and that was not the one I was expecting. So yeah.
Yeah, it's George Lopez, but he's not like super important in it, sadly. He just kind of shows up and technically pushes the plot along, but you don't really... George Lopez sadly does not interact with Harley Quinn.
Oof. That's
There
kind of
was
unfortunate.
There was a DC Shorts episode a few years ago where Mark Hamill played himself and the Joker. He was captured by the Joker, and he used his voice acting talent to confuse the Joker long enough for Batman to get there.
Well,
That's
then.
an interesting start to a video.
Yes! Yes, it is.
Only
Just
the
start
best at
making
the end.
conversation.
Um,
Oh man.
alright, so... When we last left off, a lot of dead agents in Arlo's house. So Arlo's not looking too well. Also, Armand's back.
Who?
No, that's my question. That's my line.
I know you're fucking with me, but
That's my line.
Please shut up.
still. Anyway, we're gonna let Arlo do his pre-session roll.
Yes. I get to roll sharp, which theoretically should be good. That's a 10.
Yes, so you get 3 holds.
Yes.
But yeah, you guys are heading basically, Armand has just decided to drive Agent Knight's car.
When did I
And
drive
is
that?
heading you guys over to a Taco Bell so that you guys can start this off.
Okay, I
Alright,
guess I'm
Steffi had a
good
question
buddies with
for
Armand, so
what's-his-face
he's
last.
allowed to drive my car. Cool.
Armand would not ask for permission.
I know, but at the same time, we ended on good terms. He killed my dude, so I'm good.
Aika is just not happy that, Agent Knight's okay with this. But she's not going to
Again,
mess with
Agent
anyone
Knight
right
has
now.
no memory.
I'd imagine that getting spear tackled by a corpse probably doesn't help matters either.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Zephy had an announcement, and by an announcement, I mean she was trying to ask Armand something, but pretty sure Armand
Alright.
just said, "I don't care about your opinions," and took them to a Taco Bell. So Zephy was probably for a while very silent, sitting there awkwardly, like, "Man, today's just been weird." So I assume everyone's now sitting at a Taco Bell eating, right?
I mean, unless you guys want to have anything happen in the cars, but I guess, yeah.
At Taco Bell, Arlo's just kind of staring at his food. He's not really eating. He's just kind of looking at it. Occasionally, he'll take a sip of Diet Coke, which he has never drank before, and then sets it back down. Just looks very distant.
You're not going to eat your chalupa? You look like you just watched a man die.
Arlo just Arlo just blinks and slowly and judgmentally just starts sipping his drink as he stares at Armand.
Tyke is just gonna be like, I typically only come here when I'm high.
That is a good time to come here. Honestly, that's a good time to just about do anything.
Jonathan's happily eating a taco.
Jonathan is dealing well with trauma.
Yeah, and Zephy is still just staring at Armand disappointedly.
You got something you want to say, love?
Yes, which finger are we currently going after?
Well, that really depends on resources. The whole thing is that right now, I only know about as much as those agents that we just recently dealt with knew. And that was the fact that the fourth finger is currently tearing up Ontario. And the fact that your friend was last seen somewhere near the Andes Mountains in South America.
Zephy's just going to nod a bit and be like, if you wish, I can go after Arlo while the rest of you look for the other one.
Arlo's right there.
Sorry.
Casimir. You meant Casimir.
Yeah, either way, shut up. How about that? Zephy said Arlo because she's currently worried about him.
It's alright, lovebirds.
Either way, Casimir. If you want, I can go look for Casimir.
Well, the whole issue with someone who can fly and is technically also a god is that just because we know where they are, where they were, doesn't mean we have any idea where they are.
Well,
Who knows how fast that guy can fly? Now, if we had someone way to get in contact with him,
Zephy looks
probably
directly
help
at
us out.
Jonathan.
Jonathan just kind of shrinks in his seat a little bit and then looks hesitant and then just takes another bite of his taco.
You don't
not
wanna
exactly
push
sure
the
how a
kid
child
too
will help,
far.
but okay.
You don't want to
What
push
is this,
the
like a
kid too
Mothra
far.
twin side?
Say that again, Agent Knight. I didn't hear you.
Oh no, you're good.
What?
No, it's fine.
She said don't want to push the kid too far.
That's all I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't
You're
hear it,
good.
so we were just trying to hear what you said.
Yeah.
Zephy's
So what
just
is this?
if we can get into contact with Casimir, however we do, I can tell him to meet me somewhere, and I can settle that with him while you guys are currently working on the other one.
Yes, it is a plan.
Jonathan swallows his taco and turns to Zephy. Are you gonna hurt Casimir?
Only about as much as he would ever hurt me, so don't worry.
Kid, if we don't hurt Casimir, a lot more people are gonna get hurt.
If we don't do something about Casimir, there's a good chance there won't be any more tacos of the bell.
Jonathan, at this point, just kind of looks up to Arlo, who is not really making eye contact with anyone, and he
grabs the food.
And then Jonathan's second choice, he looks at Agent Knight, like looking into her eyes, like should I do it? I don't know.
I didn't expect him to look at me. In all honesty.
You're the closest thing he has to a surrogate mother right now.
Yeah, Taika's more like a sister.
Or an aunt.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Drunk all
She's
the
your
time.
drunk aunt.
The drunk aunt who gives out really great Christmas presents.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can do it without putting yourself in too much danger physically?
Jonathan kind of tilts his hand back and forth, like, maybe.
I wish you had better control of that power. That way you wouldn't hurt yourself as much. In all honesty.
I have a better handle on it, but it's still a bit of a risk. But if you want me to try, I can.
So, what's the deal with the kid? Is this like a Scion thing? Mothra twin situation? What is it?
Taika's just going to, like,
What?
Sorry, do you know that thing in SpongeBob where he goes, imagination? Taika's gonna do that, but she's gonna go, magic.
Yes, but what kind? I mean, the kind of magic kind of has different effects on how this would work out. For instance, if we're going like the whole Stephen King abused child thing, that can get really weird.
Basically,
Draw some
child.
unwanted attention, if you would.
Arlo at this point speaks up. Not really sure where it comes from. His mom was good with voodoo and other such things, but his seems to be more psionic.
Ah, kid's got the shining. Got ya.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess I was right in that last assessment. Well, better hope that no, like, outside forces end up seeing him.
Jonathan
Nothing worse.
visibly shrinks at this.
After all, nothing worse than one of those other things you don't want here catching wind of that sort of thing. Tends to be kind of like a moth to a flame. Only the flame is your planet. Or sometimes your kid.
Well, here goes nothing, I guess. Zephy, you wanted to meet Casimir somewhere?
Zephy's just gonna nod, you know. She's currently trying to process all of those references that was just told in her face. What's a Mothra?
And all right, so with that, Jonathan is going to attempt to use magic to contact Casimir.
Arlo, roll me sharp.
Okay, Arlo's roll is going to be a 6.
Yeah, that's weird. There's some like weird hooting noises coming from near your child.
Hoot! Hoot!
Arlo's head snaps up at that, and in a growling voice that everyone can hear, you hear him say, "You stay the hell away from him."
Arlo?
Which,
Did anyone drug him? Tiger's
Arlo?
just gonna sit back like, what the fuck?
this is going to be a fun time.
Arlo? Hello, are you there?
Yeah, Arlo, basically what you just saw was Aramina move from directly behind you to start reaching out towards Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch the child.
Arlo's like, "No."
Good to know that some of you is still there. Alright, kid, do your stuff.
Oh, okay. And with that,
Fucking hell.
Jonathan makes an 11, which means the magic goes off without a hitch.
Yep. So,
But,
Casimir, what are you doing right now?
I am breaking, like going through a forest, literally just creating a path of destruction behind me. Just, cutting trees down with my swords and that kind of stuff.
What kind of forest?
He's in the
Temperate.
Amazon rainforest.
I was about to say the
temperate,
Amazon, yeah.
taiga, rain. Alright, so he's still in South America. That's good to know.
Just imagine like one of those massive redwood trees just slashed and falls.
Well, no, that will be
I'm wondering
California.
if he's making a design out of it.
But Casimir, you suddenly start feeling something very familiar worm its way into your brain. And no, I don't mean the chorus of Old Town Road.
Brother, is this you?
Excuse me, swallowed too much water.
Boy, Jonathan, you really sound like your dad right now.
Yeah. Puberty hit that soon?
Jonathan took up smoking to cope in his teenage years, and by teenager I mean 13.
Brother, is that you just hacking cough.
All right. Sorry, that wasn't part of Jonathan's act. Casimir, you hear Jonathan? Casimir, it's Jonathan.
Oh, what up, kid?
A lot. I think. Well, Zephy said something about wanting to meet you somewhere to finish what you started in Canada.
I see. I figured it was about time something like this would happen. Very well. Tell him to meet me somewhere.
Jonathan kind of turns aside at the thing and looks at Zephy. Where do you want to meet him?
God damn it, sorry. My immediate thought was to yell out Sesame Street. But
Dear God, that poor studio.
Meet me down at Sesame Street.
God, what would be a good place to meet, though?
Please leave the Jim Henson workshop alone.
Oh, damn it. Fuck. Really throw me on the spot. I hate Casimir so much.
I mean, you could go with some place that's familiar to the two of you.
Meet me behind Arlo's house.
Oh my God!
Hold on, what?
Oh, no, that's just where we're going to start. I promise to leave your house alone.
Okay. Jonathan turns back. Start out meeting behind my dad's house, and you'll go from there?
I see. Starting where it all began, eh?
Yes.
Very well. But
Thank you.
I will say this. I will only come if it is him alone.
That was already the plan. Wait, no, I
Zephy's-
can't hear him.
Yeah, he goes, Jonathan's like, Zephy, he's only going to come if it's just you.
Oh, well, that was the plan.
Oh, okay. Zephy says that's the plan.
Understood.
Casimir,
Yes, child.
good luck. And just kind of breathes and looking kind of sad. He just kind of ends the connection unless Casimir wants to say something else.
To you as well.
Aw.
And Jonathan looks drained, but at least his nose isn't bleeding this time. And says to Zephy, he'll meet you.
Thank you, child. Zephy's going to, give Jonathan a pat on the head. Just, good boy. Nod to the rest of the group. And then, as she's leaving, just pull out her hammer and just, walk back.
Zephy, Arlo calls out.
Zephy is going to pause.
Arlo looks up with a little bit of clarity in his eyes, and then just kind of says, "Watch my yard," and just kind of grins a strained and cracking grin.
Zephy's just going to chuckle. Sure, I could push him in a direction away from it.
I hope I see you and not him again.
Hopefully, too. Otherwise, I really won't be able to keep your promise. And then she is going to leave at that. Or, her promise, whatever. The promise to him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Zeffy's very good with the words. She do good.
I'm just imagining Battle of the Heroes starts playing in the background.
Taika's gonna, push some of the food she stole from Arlo over toward, Jonathan.
Mhm. Jonathan tucks into it with reckless abandon.
Taika's also going to look at the door just like, she really wants to leave too.
Something on your mind.
Yeah, not getting tackled most likely, or mostly.
Relax. There's no dead meat for me to throw around here anyway. Question is whether or not you guys are going to warn your friend you left back there. Be a shame if someone got caught in the crossfire. Wouldn't it?
Talking about Grenade, right?
No.
As we go.
Talking about Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
You specifically left Charlie back there.
Taika's just gonna be like, well, she said she wasn't gonna do it in the yard, so hopefully they don't.
Hopefully they don't go crashing through the house.
Uh-oh.
And that's not even getting into the effects of being too close to a piece of an alien god. Particularly when it's going all out.
Jonathan says, should I try and contact Charlie?
It's either that or call the house phone. One of the two.
Jonathan pulls out his cell phone and dials the home phone number.
After it rings a few times, you just hear it kind of get picked up. Hello?
Hey, Charlie, it's Jonathan.
Oh, what? Well, what is it?
Zeffy and Casimir are going to be fighting pretty close to the house. Do you want us to come and pick you up, or do you want to get clear on your own?
I have a way to get clear.
Please don't bring the scary man back to the house.
Okay,
Oh.
just
One of your friends stopped by. So.
okay. Jonathan's gonna roll a sharp roll to see if he notices one of your friends stopped by and just kind of is that a pass or a fail? 7. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a 7. You do notice that the statement gets made, though you're not sure exactly who she's talking about.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yeah, I don't hate your father.
Jonathan kind of hesitates and says, I hope I won't.
Just remember not to, regardless.
Okay.
Anyway, I need to go now.
Okay. And Jonathan hangs up.
Yay, she'll survive.
Anyway. All right. So, anyone have a way to get back to Canada?
Taika's going to slam her face down on the table.
Arlo just offered, well, we could drive again.
Yeah, so yeah.
Drive, and
Seems a
I
bit
think I
time
still
consuming,
have
but
those
alright.
fake passports.
But didn't they come to do something to you? If you stop and try to use those, passports, aren't they gonna, put us in jail?
I don't think there should
Depends
be
how
any.
fresh were those.
Fairly recent. Arlo confirms.
I mean,
Honestly,
so long
I
as
didn't
they
hear
aren't
what
in
Lloyd
the
said.
Armand was asking how fresh the passports were.
Oh, okay.
We kind
So long as they aren't in the Bureau's database, you should be good. And I don't remember seeing anything about those.
No, don't trust the fucking feds. Arlo.
Well, they aren't
Thanks.
feds. Much, much deeper.
Don't trust them.
Government
A
Yeah,
lot of
sure.
mysteries in there. I mean, that has
Thanks,
to be
Arlo.
what? My
Not-
5th time puppeting a member of one of those?
Either way, I agree with Arlo. Fuck the feds.
Arlo.
Of course you would, Tyga.
Arlo looks up at Agent Knight when she says, "Thanks, Arlo," and he's like, "Not you." Just goes back to just blank, glazed eyes.
Taika actually meant it.
Yeah, I know. I know Tyga meant
Can you
it.
roll me?
What do you need me to roll?
I was going to ask for you to roll me a sharp for whenever he looked at you earlier.
$12.
All right, that's a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look up something quick. What color are Arlo's eyes typically?
I have that written
Pink.
down. Give me a sec. I think I had them either green or gray. I can't remember which.
Yeah, Arlo's eyes were kind of a weird golden brown.
He's been cloned.
Like, those definitely were not Arlo's eyes you just saw staring back at you.
Agent Knight's gonna be in shock, and she's contemplating right now if she should ask a certain question or if it would be redundant. Crap it, I'll ask. Do you wear any contacts, Arlo?
No, 20/20 vision.
I got a question too. Not for Arlo, but I like how, or like, what did Olaf do when he just watches Effie leave?
Yeah.
That is an excellent question.
He like made a little like pray to God symbol thing, sort of. Not like the whole cross thing, but like
Mhm.
their own Valhalla version.
Mhm.
That just has in like in the corner, just like whispering prayers out to Zephy.
I don't know why. I just imagined like the whole Hail Mary thing of like drawing a cross, but instead of that, he drew a Velk nut.
He's just standing there making the triangle symbol several times.
He's just
Just like
standing there menacingly.
3 triangles on his chest. Anyway.
Sorry for the interruption.
Illuminati.
Hey, it's Norse, not fucking German.
I know. I'm just being stupid.
Anyway. Alright. So, looks like we gotta get all of us over. So we got little psychic child, Hawkman, soon-to-be-fired government agent, a displaced Viking, and a magic goth. That's interesting. And we've all got to go back
More
to
like
Canada.
magic freak. Anyway, you and me can take turns Armand and driving.
Taika's gonna look at Jonathan when she said magic freak. Like, is Jonathan okay with her saying that?
Jonathan looks shocked, but like it's kind of like one of those like, Mom said something, I want to call her out on it, but I don't want to disrespect her. So
Like Agent Knight made sure to say right after he was talking about Tyga, so it wasn't pointed to Jonathan at all.
Still, he
But-
knows magic, so just saying magic freak kind of groups them together.
yeah,
Did you
Jonathan just looks kind of shocked.
did you root for the plastics whenever you watched Mean Girls?
Agent Knight, did you hear that?
Root for the plastics?
Did you root for the plastics when you were watching Mean Girls?
I've never seen Mean Girls.
That would explain a lot. Anyway.
Like, never
Should
in real
probably get
life
going.
either. Like, period. Never seen Mean Girls.
Don't worry, I haven't
Okay.
either.
Well, one, you should. Just out of character, you should. It's a good movie.
Also,
Anyway.
in character, you should.
This fucking serial killer, you should.
Mike is just gonna look over at, Jonathan and be like, "It's okay, she didn't mean it."
Jonathan's going to take some reassurance from that, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, ow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's go see if we can get this taken care of.
If I know we're going back to Canada, I would have packed warmer clothes. Ugh.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
As you guys are leaving the restaurant, Arlo, something has been kind of weighing on your mind since that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Neither Kit nor, I forgot the name I gave, Nikolai. Neither Kit nor Nikolai were lying, despite saying contradictory stuff.
That's fucking weird.
So, regardless of whether or not the information is true, each one of them thought that they were telling the truth.
Just thinking about it. Arlo's eyes clear for a brief second, then just shakes his head. Goddamn feds. This is out of earshot of Agent Knight, by the way.
Does Taika hear it?
Stop hating
Why
on
should roll me
Agent
sharp?
Knight so much.
It's not Agent Knight, it's the agency she's working for.
No, it's Agent
Well,
Knight
that's-
with Taika. With Taika, it's Agent Knight.
Arlo mumbled something, but you aren't sure what he said.
Something feds. Something.
Something fucking something something. Also, that was a 9 for anyone listening, so.
We need to start calling out our roles.
We don't... Yes, we need to start calling out our roles as this is drawing to a close.
All right, so as on the road again, I guess.
Yep.
We're gonna be there.
Also, I guess, as like you guys are heading to the cars, anyone who wants to do a sharp roll that is there, feel free to do it.
Arlo's roll is going to be a 6. That's a failure.
Let Zeffy roll. She's still.
11.
Let's see.
Jonathan's roll is going to be a 12.
You said sharp, right?
Yeah, sharp.
All off rolls and a 7.
And Taika rolled an 11. Okay.
My boy.
So everyone but Arlo, who is unable to see right now because Aromina has decided to walk in front of him, blocking off some of his vision.
Mhm.
So mainly what you're just seeing right now is an antlered owl man with, like, this just, like, fucking standing upright in front of you. It's kind of like whenever you're in a movie theater behind someone that's ridiculously tall.
Ah, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But everyone else, there's a tome under Armand's arm that he's carrying with him. And anyone who is in the bunker, that tome looks really familiar.
So Taika's just like, huh? Magic.
Yeah. Taika and Jonathan don't recognize it. Or Olaf.
So it's basically me.
Yes.
Armand, what's that under your arm?
I'll tell you when we get in the car.
Because that looks really familiar.
Well, I would hope so. We need some research to be done.
I'm gonna take
Anyway.
that as a compliment, even though you mean it in a very rude way. Everyone hates me, but I don't care. I am
I don't
getting in the
hate
car.
you, Jonathan says.
Yeah,
really
how are
gotta
you guys
stop-
divide?
Tiger's just gonna be like, you really gotta stop saying broad statements like that. You're hurting Jonathan's feelings.
I said everyone hates me, not him. Everyone loves him.
Yeah, he just said he doesn't hate you. But when
That's
you
one
say
person
everyone
on my
hates you, he
team.
thinks he hates you, but he doesn't.
Kid's just going through a depressive state right now.
Oh.
Tiger's gonna be like, you know what? Never mind. You're just gonna try to get the last statement no matter what. So let's just get in the car.
Shut
Jonathan
up,
is
Tyga.
going to get in the car with Agent Knight.
All right, so we have Agent Knight, Armand, and Jonathan in one car.
Mm-hmm.
That means Taika, Olaf.
And Arlo.
And
And
Arlo.
Arlo. And Aromina, but only Arlo can see him.
mm-hmm.
All right.
So, all right, so like basically on the car there. All right, so what is it that you wanted to ask?
About the tome that you're carrying.
Yeah, it's that cult's handbook. Ended up finding this hidden away in the Coot's office.
That's where that went.
So, decided to do some research to see if I can figure out anything about what we're dealing with here because, well, it helps to be informed. Dealing with that bureau so many times really taught me that much. No offense.
Thank you.
But it seems that the fourth finger, the one that has most recently popped up, is the nameless one. As in, literally, there is no name in here for him. It's literally just a blank space. It is an underline with no letters above it.
I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Jonathan, no.
No.
That was me out of character.
Jonathan?
I mean,
Jonathan-
Jonathan listens to music almost all the time whenever he's in the car. So he
He
could be
does.
singing the lyrics, and then that happened.
He doesn't listen to Taylor Swift.
Ah man, you don't listen to any T-Swizzle?
Maybe some of the pop country stuff, but
So the worst of it, got it.
his mom didn't allow him to listen to any other stuff, okay?
I'm sorry, the voodoo priestess exclusively listened to country?
Yes.
No,
she was
no.
the country voodoo.
No, she doesn't listen to country. She actually listens to the Cajun polka. There's a certain style that I can't remember the name for. So, like, Jonathan's playlist consists of a lot of accordions.
I mean, you just have me imagining like a stereotypical voodoo priest in a cowboy hat right now. I hope you know that. I hope you understand.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
I hope you understand the monster you've created.
I haven't
Yeehaw,
created
boys.
anything.
Yes, you have.
I provided the materials. You created that yourself.
Don't you fucking get sassy with me.
And then
That's
Tom said,
super
"Let
helpful."
there be this weird image in your head.
Well,
Was there
luckily,
anything
even
else
if
that
there,
you found?
well, luckily. Fucking hell.
I did that on purpose.
Oh,
For that reason.
Holy.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm starting to sympathize with Nikolai a little bit. Even though I really don't regret splattering his brains on that table. Anyway, luckily, while there is literally no name for this thing, so long as we know which one it is, we have some idea of what it can do. And I do not like what this one can do.
Which is?
Simply
Go on.
put, it can disintegrate matter within a certain radius of itself. Which
Lovely.
means that direct combat with the thing is a terrible, terrible idea.
So
thing
long
Zephy's gone,
range
she
is
would've
our
ran at it.
best bet.
Yeah, basically, just shoot at it and hope that its reflexes aren't fast enough to disintegrate the bullets before they hit.
Isn't there like a super spy gadget that makes it to where they can't hear bullets being shot from guns?
I believe that's called a silencer.
Really? That sounds too easy.
And even then, it's not like it gets rid of the noise entirely. It just makes us quieter. Believe me, enough time dealing with security systems whenever you massacre suburban families will teach you that. Oh, there's going to be
Don't
someone
listen
who
to
ends up
him.
being a narc and calling the cops. It's good advice.
Well, I killed someone by turning them inside out one time.
I'm beginning
What
to
an
like this kid.
interesting car ride this has turned into.
It was an
What
accident.
lovely bonding.
Jonathan,
What lovely bonding experience.
You know what, kid? I might not eat you after all.
Don't
Again.
touch the child!
Everybody
Don't
loves
child!
Jonathan. It's just a
Jonathan-
known fact. Everyone
Jon-
loves Jonathan.
Jonathan kind of turns to Agent Knight. So you're like a secret spy. Have you ever like used like those gadgets that like freeze people in place and then like shatter them? He's basically asking if Agent Knight has killed anyone in memorable ways.
Ah, child, well, you
my
see.
goodness.
Come on, don't look down.
Taika's not in the car. Taika can't
You ever
talk.
freeze-dried someone?
Actually, hold on. So you said this wonderful bonding car experience, right?
Yep.
And I really wanted to cut to Taika driving like the car, just like holding up like a blunt to Arlo and be like, "Here, take this. It'll calm you down."
Taika's driving Arlo's truck.
Yeah,
Arlo's not in his right mind.
exactly. So she's just like, "Here, take this to mellow out."
Arlo
Yeah.
takes it.
Alcohol's
for a sec.
better.
Yeah, Arlo, Aromena is kind of crouching on the hood of the truck directly in front of you, staring at you.
Hey, Olaf, you want some too?
Arlo just kind of looks at it. Is this strong stuff, homegrown?
What is this?
Taika's gonna be like, "Wait, do you want the strong stuff? Because I have a personal stash if you want the really strong stuff."
Arlo kind of glances at the hood, at the owl man just crouching there. Best make it strong stuff, yeah.
All right, Olaf, my bag.
It's begun tapping on the glass.
Hurry, please. And just so everyone's aware, it has been a good 48 hours since Arlo has touched a cigarette. So
Hold on.
that should be a big red flag right there.
2d6 plus 2. Let's see if Taika's looked at you long enough to remember that. Maybe. I rolled a 9.
Arlo's really not looking all right, for one thing. That might be the nicotine withdrawal.
Maybe weed will help.
It might be the nicotine withdrawal, though. If you didn't know better, you'd swear he'd somehow lost a lot of weight in a short amount of time.
Yeah. Taika could probably figure it out since she's kind of slightly, but she, most people don't willingly say, "Hey, Mr. Chaos God, you want inside?"
Granted, she's also hotboxing herself inside a car, so...
Yeah, so eventually, Taika gets out the strong stuff. She may or may not have stopped to roll it up real quick. Lights it, gives, Arlo the first, one, and then hands it off to Olaf, and it's just like, "Here, maybe it'll help you, get in touch with Valhalla or whatever it is you believe in." And then she's got to get back to driving.
Arlo just kind of takes a hit from it. It's like, damn, I ain't had stuff that good since college. And
Taika's just gonna chuckle at that.
Who knows how Olaf's handling this?
Mhm. Taika's just gonna be like, I may have had another magical friend who for a while was trying to, make magical, enhancements to some of this stuff, but that got a bit bad.
I've heard of Puff the Magic Dragon, but this is ridiculous.
But yeah, everyone in the other cart's just smoking weed. Except for Taika, she's driving and just kind of getting hot box. She may or may not have cracked the window slightly.
Arlo
Well,
has Arlo has cracked his window out of politeness for Taika.
I was gonna say, because if Taika cracked her window, that would just be funneling all the smoke towards her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She has no idea if, Arlo's truck is, electronic windows or if it's the roll windows.
It's the roll windows.
Yeah. All right. So she just nods her thanks to Arlo.
Hmm.
But what about Olaf? How is he taking it?
Olaf is like just sitting there, arms down, just like.
Yes.
Let's see. Just a sec, I'm looking up something.
Taika is cracking her evil witch smile
Like
right
he
now.
sounds like a bear in hibernation.
He sounds like a hibernating bear.
You are almost certain that you are looking at the face of Freyr.
Also,
Like you can see Vanaheim, and it is beautiful.
Arlo kind of turns around and opens the rear window, so Olaf isn't getting the full brunt of this. Well,
He was offered a blunt.
mhm.
Whether or not he took it is another matter.
Oh, he took it.
Okay.
There's probably
Yeah,
a
you're
couple,
definitely... You're in fucking Vanaheim right now.
Yeah, and like I said, Taika just has her evil witch, swamp witch smile on.
I guess with that, we're gonna switch over to Zephy.
Zephy?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I guess Zephy has eventually walked back to the house.
Yep. Roll me sharp.
Zephy plus sharp, dude? Come
At
on.
least it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
At least it's not it's still bad.
Well,
It's Zephy, what'd you expect? I rolled a
That's
5.
yeah.
You think you might have saw a flash of color come from inside the house, but you're not sure.
Zephy tries to ponder who inside the house is colorful. Wasn't only the owl lady in there? Well, Zephy probably has some time before Casimir gets there. She has no idea his flying speed either, so she's just gonna walk back inside and wait for a bit.
It kind of smells like sulfur.
Sulfur. Hello? Has anyone been here? Or is here? Been's past tense. Yes, no, that's wrong. Yes, is anyone here?
You know
right. What?
Since...
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. You say what you were gonna say.
Zephyr's gonna be like, well, you should probably leave if you're here. I'm about to fight Casimir.
Because they know who Casimir is.
Who doesn't know who Casimir is? Wait a second.
I mean, at this point, they probably know. I guess now that you're in the house, do me a sharp.
Dude, again, it's Zephy.
You know what?
7.
There's a note on the counter.
Alright.
Yeah, higher than a 6, so I was going to give it to you. Whatever.
Zephy picks
Anyway.
up the note.
Oh, shit. Now I'm going to have to come up with what that says.
Yeah. Challenges of GMing.
Yes. Arlo, I apologize that... wait. Arlo, Kit, the rest of you, I apologize that I couldn't do more to help. That I wasn't able to help save your world. But if you'll let me, then I'll do what I can to at least make sure that people who don't have to die won't. Ezreal.
Zephy's, just gonna fold the note back up and put it down there and be like, best to leave that for when they get back.
So, Casimir?
Zephy's
Roughly
going to
how
jump.
far do you think you are?
What?
Wait, what?
I was asking roughly how far would you say you are from the house right now, Casimir?
I am floating above it, high in the sky.
Alright, well, Zephy is going to, take a drink of water from the sink and then just, walk out the back of the house like she, said to meet him there. But, she's
Well,
probably
he's out there.
Yep. And he seems to be alone.
I'm just going to say that you were able to hear the wing beats because I don't want to think about the idea of him being able to levitate.
T-posing Casimir.
Oh, God.
Well,
Just
When you come
fly-
outside,
just
I'm
T-pose.
just T-posing there.
I'm just imagining. Okay, so there was this one episode of Batman Beyond, and Superman was possessed by something weird. So to fly, he's basically just standing straight in the air and just going forward, not aerodynamically, but just otherworldly, and it's terrifying and amazing.
Oh, so like Darkseid.
Maybe. I don't know.
If you've ever seen any of the stuff like involving Darkseid, anytime he flies, he just does it like his arms behind his back and then just standing bolt upright. And so him just like levitating forward while doing that.
Okay, yeah.
Also, again, all I can think of is just fucking Infinite from Sonic Forces,
This is the end.
which,
And
you
then,
know, is really fitting given Casimir.
Casimir brings his wings in and plummets to the ground and lands on the ground superhero pose type style and slowly gets up.
Oh, hello, Casimir.
I see y'all have finally made y'all's decision.
Oh, no. This is a personal decision.
Oh, is it?
Zephy's gonna nod. If you haven't really noticed, she's going to motion to, the crops surrounding the, building. It seems most of the crops are dying, and it's, well, probably related to you and your kin, so I'm going to have to step up and finish what I started. Maybe I can defeat you, and they can defeat the rest, then everyone won't starve.
Casimir pulls out his hell sword.
Zephy's
Well,
gonna
then.
pull out her hammer.
As they say, may the best God win.
Wait. Can we move back a bit? I wish not to destroy Arlo's house.
Very well. Seeing as this was the place that I stayed at for a while, I will allow that. And
Zephy's just-
with that, Casimir flies up and goes towards a little bit further away from the house.
Zephy just kind of awkwardly runs behind him. She can't fly, so
Yeah, I can't remember whether or not you took that teleportation thing.
no. Zephy does not have the teleporting / winged one.
Got ya.
So
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yes, after a bit of flying and walking, then I assume Casimir lands. Zephy's going to pause for a bit and be like, "Sorry for ruining your moment. Would you like to go again?"
He pulls out his sword again and goes, "May the best God win."
Very well. Zephy has, summoned her hammer from the hammer space, and it's gonna charge Casimir.
And I'm guessing that for the first time, you two are going all out.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you're charging?
Yes, Zephy is running full speed at that boy.
And
what's Casimir gonna do?
like flies up like to where like barely off the ground and charges at Zephy.
Both of you do me contested tough rolls.
Bet, let's go. Zephy's actually good at tough rolls.
Oof. Please be lower than 9.
No. I got this. No.
So basically, you collide, and then Zephy, you just go flying backwards
Oh.
until you crash into something.
Is it Arlo's house?
Perhaps.
Zephy is going to probably for the first time in her life say, "God damn it."
Like, there is a very noticeable furrow in the ground. Like, from where you got hit.
Well, I mean, she can't afford to sit around and gawk at, what she's probably destroyed on accident again.
Yeah.
So she... Wait, have I taken it? Probably.
If memory serves, your 2 weapons are, like, just enough to where you would only take 1 damage.
Mm-hmm. We both
Each?
have 2 armor. Yep.
Yep. And your weapons each deal 1 damage if memory serves. 3 damage if memory serves.
Mhm.
Let me. Yes. No, my Hell Sword does 4.
Well,
What it is that I have devastating now.
right. Which boosts yours up to 4.
Yeah.
And
But
you
I
each
lost
have...
that soon, so if you want to do it to where I couldn't get my devastating off since I failed, we can do that too.
I'm gonna say that you guys both did, like, just a full power swing at each other, and he just managed to get the advantage of that, so you both end up taking damage.
Oh.
And your armor is... Each of your armor is 2 or 3?
2.
So I have. Let's see. Should I feel? Yeah, 2 armor.
Alright. So you each take 2 damage.
Fun. Do you know what that means?
Hmm.
It's time to charge him again.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing Casimir was closing the distance during that?
Actually, he was gonna stand right where he was and shoot a fireball out of his
Oh.
mouth, and, like spray fire at him.
Yikes. Well, Zephy is going to try to dodge Elfire.
Alright. So I guess this would be weird versus, cool. Okay!
That's
You fool. I also... Shit. I also have a +3, so it's 14 to 7? Yikes. Too much fire?
Yeah?
Too much fire?
Uh,
Oh no?
You took the full brunt of that. How much damage does your fireball do?
It's just the magic. It's just me, using magic.
Oh,
again.
right, it's just the magic, so that would be the one
one harming Noah's armor.
obvious... Yeah, obvious armor ignore. So that's another 1 damage.
Which,
Yep.
hold on, if oh wait, but I didn't roll a 12, so never mind.
No, it's
'Cause,
over
like,
12.
So do
You
I
got a
get the,
14, so that'd be over.
So do I get to use the
Improve.
magic improve stuff?
Did you take the advanced on it?
Yes, kick some ass and on magic. I have advanced
took
on both of
mine on-
them.
Took mine on full.
Let's see. The Keeper will offer you some added benefit.
Zephy is on fire.
I was gonna say, yeah, Zephy, you're on fire, and this is not normal fire.
It's hellfire! Sorry.
Well, no, that would imply it was from hell. This is more like some freaky cosmic shit.
Ooh, freeze
pro-
cosmic fire.
It's probably like purple and swirling.
So I'm gonna have you take -1 just ongoing.
Alright.
Because this is straight up like burning your very being.
Alright. Okay then. Well, now I'm on a time limit essentially. So I'm going to have Zephy, continue to charge at Casimir, but I'm
Alright.
going to use a luck point this time.
Alright.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's technically, 2d6 plus 2 because of the ongoing. So I'm at 14 right now, technically, for my roll for attacking Casimir.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay, Casimir, you have a fallen angel power sprinting at you with a hammer. On fire.
I guess. Well, I'm gonna, charge at him again with my hell sword. Oh, so okay. Zane, we're gonna see
Yeah.
what should I?
Because I'm pretty sure in a luck-based battle, Zephy has you beat. Because I'm only at 3 lucks used now.
How many lucks do you have in total left?
4.
Hmm.
Here's the other problem, though.
Yeah?
Every time I use a luck.
Yeah.
It's one step closer to the end.
Mm-hmm. So I need to do this quickly.
Anyway,
7.
you said you're charging. You said you were also charging back.
Yeah, I think just to have this be fun, I'm gonna use a luck point on that roll.
So that's a 15?
Yeah, 15 to 14.
Oh
Well,
boy.
Yep. I've technically failed because of the -1.
Yep. This time, it's kind of basically like you both hit, and just like a shockwave kind of happens. And Zephy, you just kind of feel like your feet start digging into the ground as you're being pushed backwards.
Oh no.
Do
I
we
guess
take
if you
harm?
guys,
What?
I mean, it's basically a whole, how exactly would you guys have collided?
Hmm.
Well, Kashmir is probably going to still be technically flying off the ground, so he could at any point just, change his elevation. So if Zephy's not going to get a clear shot, she's more worried about, blocking his, dumb sword.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's the whole thing of blade of the sword against, the handle of a hammer?
And it's more so Zephy's going to try to keep it, right under the huge blunt end kind of thing, not near her hands.
Well, yeah, I mean, the pole, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically that whole situation of both of you pushing up against each other.
Yes.
So that wouldn't be a damage situation, that would be more of a contest of strength right now.
Yeah.
And Zephy, you are losing.
So no damage. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Zephy see if she can sidestep to the side and then, sweep his legs or something, or, hit him in the wing. Probably smack him in the wing in this situation.
You want to try and grab his wing, or how you doing
No.
this?
Zephy's trying to sidestep, so he,
Yeah.
goes past her, and as he goes by, she's going to try to, slap that.
Smack him in the back with a hammer.
Yeah.
Alright. I'd say this would be just a you cool roll.
2d6 plus 2 because I have a -1. Oh my god, Zephy, are you really failing this hard right now?
Zephy's soul is being burned away. I'm just going to point that out right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Basically, as you try to do it, your footing falters, and you just get thrown on your ass.
Uh-oh.
You just take a fall backwards.
Alright.
And so now just Casimir's directly over you.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have my sword high in the air and try to slam it down on him.
Yikes. I assume since I rolled a 4, that's kind of just gonna happen.
I mean, unless you want to try and get out of that.
Well, of course I want to try to move out of the way, yeah?
Point.
All right, so how are you going to try and do this?
Huh. Barrel roll.
All right, tough versus cool. Tough from Casimir, cool from Zephy.
Alright. 8,
10.
10. I'm gonna use a luck point on this one.
All right. Basically, the sword slams down into the ground where Zephy once was, and Zephy has rolled off to the side and is back up on their feet.
Why am I rolling so bad?
Casimir
Now you know how I felt yesterday.
Casimir is going to jump and like fly into the air, and like after like going like we'll say 20-30 feet in the sky, just like a like an eagle does, just dive straight down with his axe with his sword in his hand, like going to swing at a Zephy.
Going to swing.
All right. Zephy, this is happening. What you do?
So you're flying up and you're trying to slam down again?
Like I'm flying up and I'm gonna like an eagle, how like they do the dive and then like immediately
He's doing a dive bomb on you, sword first.
Well, since Zephy seems to be losing the actual battle, I'm gonna have her try to throw the hammer directly at his face.
The Duramboros.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a Donbro at him.
So you're gonna throw the hammer when my sword's in front of my face?
Yes. It's gonna smack you, and it's gonna smack into the hair. It'll work. Don't worry. It's a stun. It's a stun hammer.
Yeah. Okay. Sharp from Casimir, cool from Zephy.
Ah, damn.
I'm sorry. You're trying to block a sword while you're.
I got a 12.
Yeah, this just fucking smacks you straight in the dome.
Casimir got a 10, by the way.
Yeah. 12 to 10.
Yeah, Casimir got a 10, Zephy got a 12.
Crap.
But yeah, so this just kind of smacks you straight in the face. Like, you see stars for a bit, you might actually see Elmo when you start falling out of the sky, which you already were, technically, but now it's less controlled.
Okay.
Alright.
And you also take 2 damage due to your armor.
A devastating hammer throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Critical hit.
Can I try to like realign myself while in the air?
Zephy's just gonna summon her hammer back to her through hammer space, if that's okay.
Yeah. That's gonna have to be a cool roll from you, Casimir.
2D,
Well.
2D what, buddy?
Roll 2D, girl.
8.
You managed to do a superhero landing, but dear God, does your fucking leg hurt?
I'm gonna look back. Look at Zephy and go. Okay.
Also, is anyone critically injured right now?
What is? How much do you have to have?
So I've only taken 3 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've taken 3.
And I've taken.
Casimir's taken 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
So
critical.
Casimir would be critically.
Yeah, Zephy's about to be critical.
Yeah, Casimir, like that landing, your leg's at a weird angle, by which I mean from the shin down.
Okay. I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look at Casimir. Sorry. I'm tired. Like, I'm on like 1 hour of sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna look at myself and be like, "Come on, get your head now." Casimir is going to look at Zephy and go, "Why so serious, man?"
But yeah, like, by which I mean, like, your shin of one of your legs, literally, like, it's folded at an angle to the side.
Okay.
Zephy's just gonna be like, I don't really know. Probably has something to do with Arlo at this point. Maybe the fact that I also don't want to starve while I'm here.
Okay. Casimir is going
Wait,
to.
that was one of your one-liners. No, I walked into it.
Why so serious?
Yep, Zephy's too innocent to really get that though.
Yeah.
So do I get +1 from now on?
It's +1 for your next one. It's
Yeah.
not an ongoing. It's
Yeah, but the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Casimir is going to charge.
But you are going to get a -1 on just about anything that involves using your legs.
Good
Okay.
thing he's flying. Hey.
Yeah, good thing I got flight.
Yeah, but yeah.
Casimir is going to charge at Zephy with his sword and be like trying to do like what they did in the beginning again.
Yep, Zephy's just gonna follow suit then. Let's go back to the tough versus tough rules, eh?
Yep. Which there is going to be a -1 on this for Casimir for the whole thing of starting this charge.
Even though I'm flying?
Well, you were on the ground first, so that like startup, that
He's
kickoff.
back at 3. He's back at 3.
Yes.
Okay, so back at 3 then.
7.
Ooh,
tie!
Beam struggle, except with a sword and a hammer.
Yeah, basically it's another like it's a full-on counter. Like each of you are locked again, but this time like neither one of you are pushing one way or the other. You are just locked, and you've possibly leveled any trees around you.
This is so anime.
Yes.
Zephy's gonna pull out the dirty tactics and try to spit in Casimir's eye.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I was about to do something similar.
You can try it at the same time. Go ahead and say what you were going to.
I was gonna say do dirty, and while doing that, breathe fire.
You're gonna burn her even more.
Yes.
Roll me weird.
Oh gosh. Yeah, Zephy's spit
You
is
got a-
probably burned.
Yeah, that was a 14. So one, basically like just as you like spit Zephy, just your face got engulfed in a fireball.
Oh no.
One more damage.
Yeah, so that's
Forget.
one more like damage. You are now in a critical state.
And I have the advanced on it.
Yes.
You probably just
That's-
blinded Zephy.
I was gonna say that's going to be another -1 ongoing for Zephy.
Yeah, -2 now. Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are slowly whittling away at her.
And
While she's like blind like this, can I like try to push her back with my sword now since we're like in that?
yeah,
That's
we're gonna
probably
have
her
that
thing.
be the we're gonna have that be the thing. So yeah, you are now starting to push her back.
Okay, I'm going to have. Well, he's still in front of me then, isn't he?
Yes.
Well, Zephy really can't do anything but, I'm gonna have her, once again try to, in these trying times. No. She's gonna try to. I don't know what it's really called in, combat, but like try to like redirect his blade away, or like, it's not really a parry. It's kind of a parry, but they're kind of in a deadlock right now, right? So I don't know if it's still considered a parry. She's gonna
I
try
think
to,
this would be more comparable to a judo throw, probably.
yeah, something similar to, push the weapon away from her so she can get another shot at Casimir.
All right. I'm gonna say that this one's just gonna be a U tough.
Roll 2d6 plus 1 now. 8.
All right, you managed to like push him off and get his sword out the way
Yeah.
to get the
but-
swing in.
Yeah, so now Zephy's gonna try to swing at the boy.
Yep.
And while they do that, Casimir is going to try to fly out of the hit.
Fly back or whatever.
Yeah, like barrel roll in the sky.
Casimir, dodge!
Yeah, sharp versus smart. Or not smart.
Am I rolling sharp?
No, he'd be rolling sharp. This is a test of his reflexes and your ability to hit things.
So his is tough, mine's sharp.
Yes.
All right, exclamation roll 2. 3. Oh.
No, wait.
He got a 3.
3.
You got a...
She's currently blind. Can you blame her?
And, my legs kind of, so.
Busted.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Do we just hit each other?
I'm not sure how to count this.
Well, technically, Casimir rolled better on the dice, and
Yeah.
and Zephy crit failed.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you miss.
Well, can she actually see through her eyes right now? Or
Yeah, you can see, you're just on fucking fire.
lots of fire.
I'm not the one who said you were blind.
So my bad. So now that they're out of,
question-
deadlock, let's
hold on.
get right back into it.
Question again.
Oh,
Hold on,
God.
real quick. Is there any, if possible, any, big boulder or big,
We've kind of
anything
destroyed
else?
everything nearby.
There's fallen trees.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fly to one, pick it up, and yeet it at, Zephy.
Roll me sharp. I mean, not sharp. Fuck, tough.
Oh,
It's
well
tough.
then, I
'cause
guess
it's the
9 plus,
fucking-
so 9 plus 3. I
Yeah,
guess,
if you want to
wanna
do it that way.
So that would be 10, 12.
Yep.
Alright, because... Okay, let me see, because this is the mayhem thing. Which... Let's see, let's see, it's a tree, so that would be in boulder class, so that'd be 4 harm.
So
But yeah, so that would successfully hit with it. At very least, Zephy, you are now having a tree thrown at you.
well, Zephy's going to try to tough it out and slap the tree away. Or, just hit it with the hammer so it busts before it hits her.
Alright, roll me tough.
2d6
You have to give...
What?
I was just saying that he got a 12, technically, so...
Let's see here. I'm gonna use another luck point.
Hey, I've made you use 3 lucks. I've only
So
used
you
1.
tied.
No, 2d6, that's 12 plus 4.
No, that's right. Yeah. So you
So-
managed to just bat this fucking tree away.
Yep.
Okay, so as he's batting it away, I want to try to spin it off as soon as I threw it, I was flying behind it type of thing, to where use it as cover. So when he bats it away, I'm just there in his face, about to I won't say I'm gonna use my sword this time. I'm just gonna try to sucker punch him right in the stomach.
I'm going to need you to roll me cool to make sure you don't get hit by your own tree.
8.
You don't get hit by your own tree.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to
So-
sucker punch him in the stomach.
In the stomach?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess roll me tough for that one.
That's a 14.
That definitely fucking hits. Alright, what's the benefit for a kick some ass if you end up having an advanced and get that high?
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, you complete...
It's you
You-
completely hold the advantage. All hunters involved in the fight get +1 forward, which I'd assume only me, since we're fighting.
Yeah.
You suffer no harm. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm, and your attack drives the enemy away.
So
So
how
it's
much
essentially-
damage would your fist deal?
don't know.
I'm pretty sure typically that would just be a 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's no harm. You get harm for rolling a 12 with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which he got over a 10, so he would be able to inflict harm with his fists.
But that's,
So
blocked
it would
by
be
armor.
2 harm if he doubles it, which is entirely blocked by armor.
Okay, then instead, can I force them where I want them?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay,
Where
I'm
do
gonna
you want them?
I'm just like like how you see in anime when you get punched and they go flying and like tumbling along the ground, just like that.
Are you trying to send them back into Arlo's house?
No, I'm just punching them and making them go flying backwards against the ground. This is an anime fight. We gotta do that.
Anyway,
Well-
you get fucking sucker punched and get launched, and we're gonna cut back to the rest of the party.
And fade to black. That was a long fight, and we're not even done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All
The thing
right.
is, like, I still
So
have that one luck to just say, "Hey, the world's dead now." Sorry.
Yep.
I'm gonna start off in Kit's car. You're about halfway there, you'd reckon.
Okay, so quick question.
Yes.
I have a one of my abilities for Jonathan is hunches. When something bad is happening, I can kind of feel it.
Yeah.
So could it be like I feel that there's something wrong, and if I could get a gauge of the situation by some sort of roll?
Which kind of wrong thing are you talking about? Because there's at least 3 right now.
I'm specifically focusing on the fight between the angel and the elder god.
The angel's totally losing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
definitely not going well. Though, to
it might
fix
be
that,
worth it.
you'd have to circle back around and get back there.
Oh, I know I'm not going to be able to fix it. I just wanted to see if Jonathan would actually know, like, kind of what's going on.
Oh yeah,
And-
you can feel something terrible.
Just-
Like, you actually feel somewhat nauseous. Like, it's just that feeling like you need to leave, but on a grand scale.
Oh no. Jonathan just kind of says softly to himself, "Oh no," and then just kind of bends over slightly and leans forward and taps Agent Knight or tugs Agent Knight's sleeve.
You okay back there? Do you need for us to make a rest stop or something?
Do you have a water bottle or something?
Yeah, I should have one somewhere around here.
I need to give that water to Zephy. She needs it.
You just kind of see Armand wrench open the glove compartment in front of him. Here you go.
Thank you. And Jonathan just nervously starts sipping.
What's up with the kid?
Something bad is happening, he says.
Gonna have to be more specific. Your dad's getting possessed by a god. We have an angel and an elder god fighting, and we have another elder god that's currently destroying Canada.
And the
The
world's
fight.
working on endings, so I mean.
The fight's not
That
going,
happens when you have elder gods.
the
Mhm.
fight's not going well. One of them is losing.
What fight?
Typically how fights go, yes.
I think
We're gonna assume that Agent Knight has no freaking clue and thought Zephy just went out or
She was
do
too busy,
something.
getting angry at.
That's what I'm
Tyga,
going
that's
with,
what's happening.
basically.
Jonathan kind of looks like he's about to cry and just looks at Agent Knight right in the eye and just says, Zeffy's losing.
Yeah. It's not a redux of what happened in hell.
She had to seal him, so.
That's good to know. Or, I guess not good to know.
Jonathan goes silent at this, just kind of looking down, like, just he feels like he wants to do something, but he can't, and he hates it.
Well, these things happen.
Okay.
You gonna say anything to the kid, man? You know him better than I do. You could probably help him with this.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this while I'm driving the car, because I feel like it would be easier if I could physically touch him and talk to him, being a female. But
I mean, you
since
can
I'm
pull over.
driving, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, because I already asked if y'all needed to pull over and no one answered my question.
Oh, sorry. I should have made it clear. Jonathan shook his head. I made the motion to myself, but I got off character and I forgot to say that's what I was.
That's why I'm like confused. Like,
Sorry, Tom's an idiot.
Yes. Hi. Welcome to D&D. I mean, not D&D. Fuck. Also an idiot.
That's okay.
If you don't mind, Armand, I think we're gonna take a little bit of a pit stop up ahead, okay?
Alright, go ahead.
If you want, could you fill up the gas?
Alright. Hand me the credit
Thanks.
card.
Well, come on, you don't have anything on you?
Of course he doesn't. What?
I don't
I
know
would think
this
he would
person.
steal something from the feds.
I don't know this person's zip code.
It's PIN number. Wait, never mind. Zip code. You can do it for credit. Never mind. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You think I just remember everything about a person's life as soon as I pop into their head?
I don't know. I don't pop into people's
No,
heads.
That typically takes a while. Like, since I've last seen you, this is like the third body I've been in. I had to take a deep
Okay.
shower after I died in that priest body.
Mood.
I have no clue what you're talking about, but okay. And I'm gonna hand him my payment card.
Alright, thank you.
Now
And I'm
I'm
assuming
gonna-
that you tell him the code.
Yes. Now I'm gonna head over, get out of the car, and head to the back seat and start working on talking to Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan's kind of unresponsive, and he is crying slightly at this point in time. So,
Jonathan, I've been noticing since we've gone in the car, they've been more quiet than usual. You've given me bits and pieces, but if you really want to just talk and let it out, I'm right here for you.
it's hard to explain. Jonathan goes to say,
You think anything that's happened in our life right now is easy to explain?
He kind of shrugs his shoulders, and then just kind of goes for it. He's like, I can feel when things are going wrong. It's easier when it's about people I care about. And Zeffy's losing. And it's just... he just kind of starts openly crying. Like, he can't really put it into words. It's just like he wants to help Zeffy, but he can't, and he's afraid Zeffy's just gonna die.
Ancient Knight's just gonna pull him in for a hug and just comfort him while letting him cry.
Mm-hmm. And he just kind of holds the hug and lets it happen as it's going around, and just shaking his head, just kind of saying as he's crying, "There's so much going on. Zeffie's dying. My dad's going crazy. It's just..." And just kind of going off on a tangent. Like, seriously, this seems like this stuff has been shoved deep down, and now it's coming out.
I'm just gonna be stroking his back and listen to all of this happening before giving any response. Just let all the venting go out, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that's gonna be basically going on for the next few minutes.
After a bit, you suddenly hear like a on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you're gonna want to see this. And Armand is just looking straight up at the sky.
Oh no.
And as you look, it's what can best be described as a full sky sunset. Like, everything is just like crimson reds and purple hues. Like, you can just see breaking through the clouds.
That's definitely not good.
No, that's the kind of thing that happens whenever light isn't hitting the atmosphere quite right.
And without the atmosphere, everything's gonna burn up. Lovely.
Everything will suffocate.
That too.
That's the bigger issue.
I feel like both of them can be equally burning to death or suffocating, or a mixture of both would be a very painful death either way.
Granted, it's likely not complete degradation of the atmosphere, but for this sort of thing to start happening,
How do we stop it?
that's not good.
Jonathan says.
Simple. You de-summon the Elder Gods. Problem is, you need a massive multi-100-person chorus chanting the de-summoning phrases. It's what they did back whenever these assholes visited hell.
I feel like we sent Ezreal, or Ezreal went off doing something like that. Remember when one of the calls she was talking about something about a preacher or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did mention something about trying to coerce priests whenever she commissioned me.
Commission.
That was ages ago. Based on it, seems like she didn't succeed. Probably because a demon would have a hard time coercing a priest into doing anything.
There's a lot of problems on our plate. I say we try and organize and prioritize, basically. I think the first thing should probably be the Canada, for sure.
Welcome back.
What?
Might be a good idea.
So are everyone in Arlo's car seeing this too?
I was about to go over to Arlo's car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna go over to Arlo's car.
Hmm.
Yeah. How are our two stoned boys doing?
Yes, how are my
Arlo's
stoned boys?
actually taking it fairly well. His eyes are a little bit bloodshot, but again, he just kind of looks out at the window and then just kind of turns to Taika. Is it just me or something up with the sky?
Huh? Like, Taika's, instead of looking down at the road, she's gonna look at the sky and just be like, yeah, no, that's not normal. Definitely not normal. Oh no.
I figured we probably pulled off to the gas station as well.
Well, the whole thing is that with you guys stopping to roll and light blunts, Kit's car would have been a good ways ahead of you.
Okay, yeah.
So you're still on the road.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Arlo kind of turns back to Olaf. You ever see anything like that?
Is Olaf still stoned?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay, and what are we looking at again?
The sky is blood red.
Valhalla. The gods have deemed it's time for the Ragnarok.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, shit.
Taika, you want to do me a sharp?
I got a 6.
Yeah, this definitely seems like Ragnarok.
Can Arlo roll a sharp?
Yeah, sure, let's do a sharp to see how much he knows about Norse mythology.
That's going to be an 11.
Somehow you know that this definitely isn't Ragnarok due to the fact that the sun and moon have not been devoured by giant wolves and you have not had to deal with a 3-year winter.
Well, winter's nowhere in sight, so I don't think it's Ragnarok. Arlo's just kind of trailing off in thought, and then just kind of shakes his head, which means it's our end of the world.
It's the end of the world. Sorry, I'm singing that Chicken Little song. Hope you don't mind.
I mean, it way predates that movie, but...
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine because I'm smoking weed.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, this is definitely bad. I mean, it's been, like, at least a week without visible sunlight, and then this happens. Also, Aramina basically has their face, like, just pressed up against the windshield looking at you.
Yeah, no, don't look at me like that.
Huh? You say something, Arlo?
What?
Who are you talking to there, huh?
Yeah, Arlo just kind of trails off like he's not wanting to say anything.
She's just gonna shake her head. Let's just catch up with the other group.
Hey, and just plan.
Olaf is going to start looking around for Zephy.
Casimir knocks her so hard she just falls on top of the car. Hi, guys.
Oh, God. Goes through a few states.
Not near Arlo's house, though.
Well, they're not holding back anymore. But, yeah.
Yep, sorry, there's not much for them to do.
Yeah. We're just driving to Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, I will admit, this is, aside from this one fight, this will likely be mostly roleplay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, makes
And
sense.
it might also be, Anyway.
The end.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
I mean, not
Yeah.
quite, but yeah. Gonna go back to the fight.
Ah, yes, I could cue up the epic music again.
Arlo's house has been completely destroyed.
Aww.
Oh, God
No.
You're not sure whose body did it because you both crashed through it a few times.
The note. They're never gonna see the note.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
That's the biggest sad part
Bro.
right here.
Hold on, I got a plan.
As recall, the closest thing I had to a friend that was an NPC.
So, how are we both looking right now?
Bad.
Both pretty beat up, although at the same time, I'm just gonna say that you've also been kind of healing yourselves throughout.
We both have regeneration powers. Nice.
I mean, he's already been shown to be able to regenerate things. You are still an angel, and this
Yeah.
has been a knockdown drag-out.
So, do we have... How much harm do we have, then?
You
Same
both
amount, or-
still have, you both still have your 3 left. You haven't been able to get back up past that because each time you start to repair yourselves, you get knocked back down.
We're just like,
Okay.
vibe check.
Basically, like, if you look around, there's scattered bits of pieces that used to be part of you.
Okay.
Gross.
I guess
You guess.
Zeffy is still on fire.
She's been regenerating through the fire.
Yeah, last time you fought him, by which I don't mean the last time you truly fought him, not the time you fought in the diner or the time that you fought on the docks, but back whenever he was trying to destroy Hell, it wasn't this grueling somehow. Granted, you had an army of demons at your back helping you.
And we only managed to seal him away last time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
But
that,
at the
you
same
know,
time, a
Zeffy's
good portion of Hell still got destroyed.
Yeah. Well, seeing as, Arlo's house is destroyed at this point, I'm pretty sure Zeffy's figured it out. She's just at this point, well, there's nothing left here, so time for a full-on slap down. So time for that stupid charge we keep doing, like, we look like two bulls right now, or two goats.
Yeah.
All I'm imagining is just Injustice 2, where they'd have, like, the whole, like, I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, the clashes.
They'd had the conversations.
Yeah. Sadly, you guys haven't been saying anything. You've just been beating the shit out of each other, but I just keep having flashbacks to that every time you do it.
Well, if we kept saying things, and he'd keep getting that +1. So, being quiet is probably the best thing I can do.
Yeah.
I mean, only if he said something witty.
So I guess we're charging at each other again.
Yep. 11.
Yep. 10. Hey.
Smack into each other, and Casimir, you're starting to, like, you've just been knocked to your feet. Like, you're no longer in the air, and you're getting pushed backwards.
Do we both take damage, or?
It's one of those whole things of, like, your swings connected into each other, so that kind of prevented either one of you from getting hit properly.
Alright. Since stepping out of the way doesn't work and I finally have the upper hand, I'm gonna have Zeffy try to kick him between the legs.
There's nothing there!
I was going to say there's a thing we've established, but if you want to...
Zeffy has the power of Smite on her side. So even if he doesn't have anything down there, it's still probably gonna help knock him off balance,
Going to smite his Kindle, like fucking
Hold on, question. Is my
smooth
leg
surface.
at the very least?
Yeah, but you're pretty sure that you're missing part of one of your wings.
Alright, that's fine, as long as my leg... Okay, so when he goes to kick, I'm gonna try to, like, move one leg up to, like, block it. Like,
You're
like
going
what
to
you're doing.
block the intimate, messy kick.
Yeah.
Do me contested cools.
I got a 9.
I got an 8.
Well, you didn't connect with his crotch, but you're pretty sure you just broke his ankle.
Do I take damage or no?
That's not going to deal damage,
I have devastating.
so you would do 2 damage with fists? Or 2
I
damage
do
with parts of your body?
3 harm.
3.
Because it's
Okay,
fine.
you take
2
1
harm. My unarmed
take
attacks
1
are 2. Yeah, sorry.
You take 1 damage. Pretty sure your ankle is broken. Again.
Okay, I'm gonna scream out and, like, swing my sword above, like, unlock it and then swing it at his, abdomen. Or at her abdomen.
Alright, Casimir is off balance, on 1 foot, pushed himself backwards in this situation, and now has his sword above his head.
Yeah.
Zeffy?
Yeah? She's gonna
swinging
try
after
to
what
knock
you
him
do.
off balance. And, you know.
I mean, basically, this is a situation where he threw himself backwards in a way that could almost only result in him falling over.
But I'm swinging my sword at her.
I guess.
Yeah, so that's going to be a -1 to whatever you roll, Casimir.
Okay.
All right, and Zephy, I guess, has to try to block it.
Well, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to hit him while he's like this, or?
If he's jumped back, I'm pretty sure he's got more range on me with his hell sword than I do my hammer.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure he's got the cloud sword.
Yeah.
Buster
I mean,
Blade.
granted, all I can imagine you with is fucking Harley Quinn's, like, mallet, so.
I got a 7.
7 versus what? Alright, you're
Not
trying to
roll.
block it, Zephy?
Yeah,
Alright, roll me tough then.
7.
I use my luck.
Oh no.
The hammer breaks, like, the staff of the hammer breaks in half.
So now I just have a little baby Pico hammer.
Like, you have a stick and a hammer.
You know that scene in Thor Ragnarok when Hel breaks Thor's hammer?
No, not like that.
Like
No.
the actual staff part broke.
I
okay.
mean the staff part.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, the pole part of the hammer breaks.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
So that just goes through, and the sword just goes straight into your fucking shoulder.
That's 2 damage.
Yep.
Oh no. Either one of us could kill each other right now, couldn't we?
Yep. I'm gonna like after I hit him, I'm gonna like get up real quick and like just back up a little bit and like just face him like face to face type of thing.
Zephy's just gonna look at him and be like, "You broke it." like she looks like, dude, what the fuck? Like, come on, really?
This is the final play. We're both pretty much on death's door. Who will win? The light versus darkness. Good versus evil. And with that, he is going to take one last charge at her.
Zephy's going to do her final charge as well with her broken ass hammer.
Alright.
Mine's gonna be like, I'm trying to stab her into the stab into her stomach, like that kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Zephy's either gonna bop him on the head or just, try to stab him through his body with, her currently broken staff part. I have no idea how sharp it is.
Alright. So as you end up colliding with each other, Zephy, basically as you swing, you end up like getting him with the hammer, and it just absolutely crushes like skull to shoulder.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And then you look down,
Oh no. I've been
and that
impaled, haven't I?
massive ass fucking sword is just skewered right through your torso.
Oh.
And his hands are still in a death grip on the handle.
So I'm not getting that out, am I? Despite the fact that his head's gone.
It's not gone, it's just shattered.
Yeah.
Like, his
Yeah.
body just kind of collapses to the floor, but his hands are... Then, like, his hands slide off it.
Casimir's gonna like very weakly go like, I guess we call this one a draw, and then
Your head is destroyed! How are you talking?
He's Casimir. Don't question it.
yeah, don't question it, I do
You
it.
know what it is? Zephy could just tell, like, his body's probably still laughing. Just like,
Yeah.
haha.
His body language, he's just like...
I'm just sitting there like laughing, like my my head is like, you see one side shattered, but the rest is like just a devilish grin.
I could see your lips smiling still.
Yes. Is that? Yes. You can
Either
just
way,
see my lips
Zephy's
smiling.
just going to, like, chuckle and be like, guess you did finally get me. And she's just gonna, drop to her knees and then probably die. Or most definitely die, with the hell sword directly through her chest.
Yep. And
the end of the world is happening. And they're
as
both dead.
you two,
Sorry.
as you two lay there dead, suddenly, like, this rift opens up, this circle of, like, hellish runes. And Ezreal just kind of walks out and looks over. Of course I had to come to this. And then just walks away through another portal.
Come on, Ezreal. I finally did what you've been wanting to do all season. Zephy gets no respect in this house.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, right before death, Casimir respected you more than anyone.
Aw.
You were the only one he thought as equal, so just know that.
Zephy,
Gonna go.
it's a shame. I really liked him, but I had to do my duty because people were starving.
Zephy is Naruto, Casimir is Sasuke.
Oh god.
But instead of finding a huge waterfall, it's just the backyard.
No, it's the ruins of a fucking farmhouse.
Yep.
And hey, Zephy. So I wanted to say this earlier, because I was hoping it would plan out like this. So I'm assuming we're both like laying next to each other, right?
Yeah, probably.
You remember the note that you wrote?
Or note that was written?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you wrote it, but
Oh, the one on the table? No.
yeah, the
No.
one that you're like, oh, they'll never read the note now.
No.
That was written by Ezreal. It was signed.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I don't care about that.
Hey, nobody likes Ezreal anyways.
I was gonna say,
That
wow,
was my
thanks,
only
guys.
friend.
I
We
thought
bonded over alcohol.
yeah, see, I thought Zephyr wrote it, and I was about to say, like, as a last thing, it just, like, flutters in the wind and lands between them.
It
But
lands on
never mind.
Zephy's burning body and dies. As she dies.
It burns with her.
Yep. That note is probably lost to the wind or currently covered in rubble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. I regret not having Ezreal, like, pour out a beer or something. Anyway.
That's one stressor gone at least.
And with that, the ground starts shaking. Lightning starts arcing among the clouds. And occasionally just lashing out and hitting the ground, buildings, people, wildlife, trees, that sort of thing. Arlo, you're definitely seeing this.
What the fuck?
Wow. Was it smart to let those two go off on their own?
Olaf is gonna just start crying.
Oh no, please don't start crying.
Like, his little fox spirit there is just, like, curled up in a ball on his lap, and he just starts crying.
Arlo kind of turns and looks at the owl god. You know what the fuck is going on? This one is audible. And Taika, Arlo is not talking to you. Or Olaf.
Taika, for once, is not going to question it, because I'm pretty sure she's figured it out. So she's, at this point, she's probably like, I don't want that thing in my head, but maybe it'll be helpful if, do they know
Okay,
something?
I straight up did not hear you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Arlo turns to Aramis. That's the owl
Aramina.
god. Aramina, yeah, sorry.
Oh, you no longer see him.
Oh,
That's what I was saying. You no longer see him, and that's definitely cause for concern.
what the hell?
You do definitely hear him, though.
Right, maybe you can stop making stupid fucking hoot noises and tell me what the hell is going on.
You kind of just feel like something clasped your head. Like it's like your skull's just been fucking grabbed by like a giant ass eagle or some shit. And suddenly you are seeing everything. Like the world is fracturing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, legitimately, like, there are just, like, cracks forming in the crust that can be seen from space. As well as just, like, everything is just kind of collapsing rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So,
this shit has escalated.
yeah, just kind of looking, and then just kind of looks at Aramis. Or,
Aramina.
Aramina, I'm sorry. I've been watching Three Musketeers recently. Looks at Aramina. Right. Can we stop this?
You don't so much get a direct answer as just several rapidly flashing images.
Mm-hmm.
Like, trying to communicate directly with this thing and expecting an answer isn't so much helpful.
Hey, Arlo,
Like-
Bird Brain giving you any information? Sorry.
Like, it just opened its mouth, and instead of hearing anything, that happened. But it does put out one of its hands, like,
Hold on.
towards you.
Real quick. So you're saying he speaks in gifs?
He speaks in nightmares.
Give me 1 second. This is Arlo right now. Hang on, whenever the thing loads.
Because I'm thinking of it going like this.
My fucking god.
You see where I'm going with this, though, right?
Yeah, I get the reference. I get that reference.
There we go, it loaded.
Did it load? Because for me, it's still not loaded.
Okay.
Just click on it and open it, and it'll load it.
I've clicked on it.
Click open original.
You know what? I'll do that with. Oh. Okay, it's now showing on my phone. Fucking hell! What is going on?
Unlimited power.
More like going crazy. So,
Yeah.
Aramina, right?
Yes.
Aramina
Currently has a talon out towards you.
Arlo thinks for a sec just over everything, and it's like, just kind of shakes his head, and is like, all right then. Reaches out and grabs the talon.
You kind of just feel everything fall away.
Mm-hmm.
Taika and Olaf, what you see is Arlo reach out to shake the hand of something that's not there, and suddenly all that shit that's been kind of weird with him, physically, fucking escalates. Like, rapidly.
Taika is going to hit the brakes hard, try to get off the road, and just like, she has taken her seatbelt off, her hand is on the door, she will run if she needs to.
Like, basically, like, most, like, his limbs elongate, he just, like, starts sprouting feathers, a pair of massive-ass antlers sprout from his head. Like, as he just turns into this horrific owl deer thing, which suddenly just, like, grabs a hold of, like, the open window of the door, and just rips that part of the car apart, and fucking bolts.
Well, that's definitely not Arlo if he hurt the truck. Well, nothing I can do about that, I think. Oh god, I have to deal with Agent Knight now. Ugh. Well, Taika's going to pull out her phone and call Jonathan.
Oh yes, tell the child first.
She's gonna
And
tell
we're
him.
gonna... Also, Olaf, what's your reaction to that shit?
Olaf is still grieving the loss of his Valkyrie. So
He just knows. He just had that connection.
yeah,
Just not the best day for Olaf.
Yeah.
like Olaf's getting to the point where like you can see he is physically turning red with like anger and sadness.
No amount of weed's gonna help with that. Crap.
Alright, so you called Jonathan?
Yeah.
gonna switch over to that car.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Have you guys got back on the road yet or no?
Probably.
Yeah.
Agent Knight?
I probably calmed down Jonathan so he's okay now. He might feel
Yeah,
not
shit's going
100% better, but like
sorry.
a little bit.
Yeah. Basically, like, looking out the windows and shit's going, like, fucked up 5 ways to Sunday. Like, you can feel earthquakes happening through the car. Every now and then, like, this massive crack will happen in the asphalt. Lightning is just fucking everywhere.
So I'm basically dodging lightning bolts now?
More the cracks in the road, but occasional lightning bolts.
Lovely.
And, Jonathan, you get a call. Like, your phone starts going off.
Jonathan, just with certainty before he answers the phone, just shakes his head ever so slightly, then just says, "They're dead," and then answers the phone.
Hey, Jonathan.
Zephy and Casimir are dead.
Oh. Both? What?
Don't ask me how I know.
I don't want to know what you know, but trying her best to hide it, but at this point it's obvious something else bad has happened. She's just going to say, "Can I speak to Agent Knight?"
Jonathan is gonna roll sharp at this.
He should know something's up.
That's an 8.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
When Tyga actually wants to talk to me.
That is definitely pretty fucking weird.
Okay, and just kind of hands the phone to Agent Knight. Miss Knight,
What?
Tycho wants to talk.
Oh no.
Did she take the phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. Am I assuming that Armand is driving? That way I'm not trying to dodge cracks, dodge light bolts, and answer a phone call.
I mean,
If
you are
Tyga wants to talk to
driving.
you, then...
Because I feel
But
like
at the same time, it's definitely best not to pull over because that might
oh
just
yeah,
make
I
you
wasn't
more
gonna
likely
say
to
pull
die.
over. Okay, I take a
I can
deep
turn it
breath.
on speaker.
Yeah, that might be best. Actually, no. I don't want everyone to hear that annoying voice. Give it here.
Okay.
Everyone is just at each other's throats.
Oh no, it's just me and Tyga. We've always had problems.
I don't know. I mean, Casimir and Zephy were at each other's throats pretty hard.
Quite literally.
It's more of a hate boner, though, so...
Which case?
They were Kissmasses.
Yeah.
God damn it,
But in
that's
the
2
end, they
Homestuck
had
references in
respect
one
for each
episode.
other. But in the end, they respected each other. Me and
Mhm.
Tyga, I doubt we'll ever have that kind of thing. Ever. So, anyway. Yes.
Yeah, hey, Knight, Arno's
Hi.
gone.
What?
He's gone. Like, ripped the door off the car. He's in the forest. I'm not going to be able to find him. Gone.
How does a man
He-
have that much strength to do that?
He didn't drink. This is just a guess, but I'm pretty sure he let bird brain all the way into his head, accepted it because, you know, the world's currently ending around us and is probably currently embracing madness in the middle of the wilderness.
Lovely. He can't even take responsibility for his family. Amazing. Just amazing.
God.
She's pretty peeved off at Arlo after all she has done
yeah.
to try
No,
and get Arlo out of the madness right now.
I get it, but still, ow.
Yeah. I mean, for all you know, he's technically dead.
Tyka's just going to also just be like, yeah, good luck telling that to Jonathan. Bye, and she's just gonna hang up.
Well, I was gonna say, like, just before, like, you hang up, Kit,
Yeah.
basically, like, a giant red circular signet opens up in front of one side of the car, particularly the side that you and Jonathan are on. Like, the edge of that is right down the middle of the car. So one half of the car goes through the portal and the other half doesn't.
Well, Armand's dead again.
Can I just recognize it because I'm close with Ezreal?
Yeah, that's definitely one of Ezreal's portals. Miraculously, the half of the car doesn't end up, like, throwing you and just causing, like, a horrific accident wherever you are. But it does eventually manage to come to a stop, partially skidding on, like, the half of the chassis that's still there.
Okay, where are we teleported to?
And then, like, basically, like, once it comes to a stop, you just hear some footsteps approaching you. Oh, thank Lucifer I managed to pull that one off.
Oh, hi, Ezreal.
Hey! Where's everyone else? I need to find them.
We were heading down the same road to Canada, but I believe they were farther behind us. I'm gonna head actually closer to Ezreal and whisper something in her ear.
Jonathan is going to try to listen in on this.
No. No.
Jonathan, you are going to have to roll me over a 10 on a sharp.
Okay, here I go rolling again. That's an 11.
Okay, my turn to notice to see if I notice this.
Well, it's the whole thing of whether or not you notice that he heard you. So say whatever you were going to say and then do that roll.
I was gonna first whisper asking permission to talk to her privately. I didn't want it to be...
Oh, right.
That was my first thing.
Yeah. She kind of just, like, closes her hand and, like, the portal behind you closes. You're not exactly sure where you are, though you have a few guesses. Looks peaceful, if a bit empty and ominous.
I got a call from Taika.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, Arlo has accepted the madness and turned into the bird person. And
he did what?
It was Taika, Olaf, and Arlo in a car. She called me. I took the cell phone, and then she told me that he ran off in the wilderness and accepted the madness and turned into Bird Boy. I haven't told Jonathan yet because I recently just got the news. What I'm trying to warn you... Yeah, I was having the same reaction because Taika said, "Good luck telling the kid," and hung up on me.
Alright.
So what I'm trying to say, it's probably best trying to locate Taika and Olaf right now.
Right. Same highway we're on?
Yeah, farther back.
Alright. She kind of just points to this one, like, structure that's close to, like, where the car ended up. Just, you two, hang out in there for now. Charlie should be inside.
Alright.
I'm gonna go find him.
I'm gonna walk towards the building. I'm assuming Jonathan's already there.
Jonathan is following, but you feel like it's on the back of your head, and you see him. You kind of feel him glaring ever so slightly.
Hi, Jonathan.
More like not like angry, but more like squinting his eyes, like in a little bit of and just
judgmental.
What it is, it's the same look Arlo gives whenever he talks about his conspiracies or the feds. It's that look.
Yeah, basically. So
I was thinking that he was trying to read her mind.
No, I don't have telepathy. I didn't take that move.
Okay.
But he says, "So, when were you planning to tell me?"
Honestly, I was going to tell you now. I just wanted to tell it to you personally without having Ezreal pop him up in front of you.
He left.
Yes, Arlo left the truck for sure. Is that all you know?
I don't know a lot, but I know he's been acting really weird.
I've been seeing strange things too with him. At one point, I literally today, when he looked into my eyes, when he was saying no offense to me, his eyes look completely different than what his eyes usually are, like a completely different color. That's why I asked about the contacts. Hoping it was something else.
Can I roll sharp to see if Jonathan puts 2 and 2 together?
I'm trying to break it down to him slowly.
I mean, if you want to roll sharp to see if you figure it out, yeah.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Oh, that's bad.
Jonathan's eyes just kind of widen. He's like, I thought we buried the mask.
We did bury it. We dug a hole and we put it in concrete. But apparently, what I think happened is while the physical mask, as far as I know, is still underground, I'm thinking the spirit that possessed that thing. Something.
If only the resident expert Taika was here.
Yeah, but Taika's a big fat chicken. But anyway, that was out of character. That was out of character.
Boom, roasted.
Like chicken.
Fucking hell.
Anyway. Jonathan, what happened during that phone call with Taika? What he told me was... Why did you go, ooh? What the...
They're just playing dirty.
Yeah, I know what you meant. Keep going.
Arlo apparently ripped off the door of the truck and ran off into the woods. We have no clue where he is, but Taika believes that he accepted the madness and changed.
Maybe. It sounds like fighting fire with fire.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You get burned.
I don't know. Casimir fought fire with fire and he didn't get burned at all.
God damn it.
Casimir Ghost.
Casimir is not of this world.
Shut up.
Back on Earth.
Jonathan just kind of looks very sobering and then goes, well, and once this is over, we're going to have to hunt him down and do to him what we did to Charlie, or kill him.
Yes. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, trying to somewhat comfort him, because I don't know if he's in the total comfort mood like he was before, or if a reassuring hand would be enough.
As you...
I was just going to say, regarding that comment, can you do me a sharp?
I don't know which comment, because I made a lot of different comments.
The one that Jonathan just made about hunting his father down after all this.
8.
You're not too sure there's going to be an opportunity to do that after all this. The most obvious being that you are not on Earth.
And another thing that you would have noticed Jonathan's eyes were just very, very cold, like devoid of anything when he said that.
Okay, then I'm gonna get down on his level and start not physically doing what exactly I did to Arlo to snap him out of it, because I'm not that mean to a kid.
Bitch slap the shit out of this kid.
That's what I did to Arlo, because he was being a dumbass. But anyway. I'm roasting Arlo because I spent time trying to keep him away, and he took anyway.
Oops.
Jonathan.
Anyway, what? So you guys are outside this house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was gonna say like roll sharp, and then like if you passed, like you just kind of notice like what exactly's up, and that everything smells like brimstone. I'm just gonna say you kind of just notice that everything just has a distinct smell of brimstone now that you're actually like taking in your surroundings.
Jonathan, do you smell that?
It smells like rotten eggs.
I don't think that's rotten eggs, though. If you haven't noticed, this doesn't really look like normal earth.
It kind of reminds me of Yellowstone, but stronger. I went to Yellowstone once a few years ago with my mom. It smelled a lot like this, except less harsh.
Do we have to roll to figure out what the mineral is, or can we just say?
Brimstone is sulfur.
Yeah.
Yeah, brimstone is a specific like variant of sulfur, but it's also associated with a specific thing in Christian texts.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, do you guys just want to sit outside the house pondering, or go inside the house and ponder?
Go inside the house and ponder.
Probably, because it smells bad. I'm trying to basically work on getting Jonathan to snap out of this cold state and focus on what's at hand. That way we can get to...
Oh, he snapped out of it as soon as he started smelling the sulfur smell.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's good to know.
As soon as you guys like get into the house. Anyway, as soon as you guys get into the house, you suddenly, like you just feel like something collide into you, like, and you realize that it's that someone has just kind of like wrapped you both into a hug. Thank heavens you're alive.
Charlie, I'm glad you're alright too.
Jonathan reaches his hand up and hugs Charlie back.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug Charlie back too.
Where's everyone else?
Ezracal's working on getting everyone else. We were in separate cars, so she had to teleport us. And now she's on her way working on teleporting the others over here.
It was just the two of you in the one car?
The Armand too.
Where did he end up?
Probably struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Grenades here too. He's sleeping. He was in the house when we left.
That's good to know. I was worried about him.
Just glad that you two are alright. And with that... oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
Jonathan was going to say, we're glad you're okay, too.
I was just gonna have us all just sit down and relax for once.
Just breathe.
I mean, Asian Knight was dodging cracks, dodging lightning, answering a phone call, going through a very deep conversation. She's a bit tired.
And suddenly your car gets split in fucking two.
Yeah.
It's okay. The agency will give her another one. Wait.
There is no agency, is there?
I don't know why, but like with that one, I was just imagining, like, if you photoshopped that one to it was just half the car, that could be Armand right now, too. There's no steering wheel on his side. Anyway. We're gonna, as you guys just sit down and relax for the first time in a very long while, we're gonna flip over to Taika and Olaf, because apparently Taika's driving again.
Hey, you said if she stood still, she'd probably die again, remember? Or not to her, but to the other group.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah.
At some point, the hole started getting up behind her, so she's probably waited too long, like, is he coming back? No, that's a lot of rumbling. I should move.
Yeah, and there's also just a giant fucking hole in the side of the car. Like, you said that it was the door getting ripped off. I was thinking more like, literally like the sides of the window getting just ripped. So the door's still there, but it's also like someone fired a cannon from inside the car.
Yeah, but like, either way, like, that side of the car is not good, so...
Yeah, that side of the car is fucked.
Yeah, it was a lot easier to say the door's gone anyways.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So yeah, so she's probably just going like, shit, fuck this place, fucking shit. Olaf, you still strapped in back there?
Except bigger.
Olaf is like he did like a little cut on his hand, and is like taking the button, like giving him like tattoos on his face. To like, you know, and like looking at Taika and looking saying, "If this is the end, I shall go down in glory."
Please do not swing at me while I'm driving, Olaf, or we're both going down in the most pathetic way possible. But I like your attitude. I've been thinking, actually, Olaf, so you people get into Valhalla through battle, right?
That is correct.
If we don't immediately die to whatever cursed magical bullshit is in the sky, maybe we can go around, you know, fuck the Canada guy and just go bring other people to Valhalla or something. God, what am I saying?
It is something the great Valkyrie would have wanted.
That... Yeah, I'm not fighting you on that one. That's probably what she'd want. Maybe not Valhalla, though. Joel! You know, swerving in the road and whatnot.
Yeah. Can you two roll me a sharp?
Alright.
That's gonna be a 9.
That's gonna be a 6. I gotta focus on driving.
Taika's a little stressed out right now.
Taika's focused on driving. Let's see, how do I best fucking describe this? Olaf, you see 3 massive humanoid bodies with severed, like, with the heads removed, hurtling through the sky in the same direction you're going, towards Canada. One of those looks kind of familiar. Partly because it's purple and has wings. It's not flying with the wings. It's more like it's being pulled by some, like, massive magnet. Definitely recognize it.
Miss...
Call me whatever you want. We're about to die.
Our purple friend is flying in the same direction as us.
What? Where?
He like points up.
It's just not. Yeah, he failed the point. You see it. You see where he's pointing. He didn't mention the other two bodies, or the fact that they're headless.
Does she recognize one of those for its feminine form?
Yeah, she definitely recognizes the one that destroyed New Orleans.
I mean, should I be happy that Casimir's kind of alive right now, or... Ugh. Ugh, that is a really complicated bag of worms I don't need to open right now.
Like, with the speed they're going, they're out of sight after a little bit. If you want to do me a sharp roll to figure out what this means, feel free. I don't know about your cult dealings.
10.
Yeah, the whole thing is that those are going to form the hand.
Hey, Olaf, you want to go to not Canada?
Olaf is like very like distraught right now because like now that he sees Casimir and thinks he's alive, he wants to go kill Casimir because Casimir killed his Valkyrie. But Casimir was also a nice friend, and you know they fought together and stuff. So it's like, what do I do?
Sir, I'd like to unpack a little.
Hold on. Before that, Tyga's just gonna be like, I guess we're going to Canada. Least I can do is try to keep Jonathan safe. Ugh.
I'd like to unpack something right here.
Yes?
Olaf saw Casimir's, like, beheaded body hurtling through the sky, not
He
of its
wasn't
own
beheaded.
volition. Yes.
I thought
The
it was
head
just,
was destroyed.
I thought it was just the like skull was shattered, like it.
That's
like
why
that.
I was
I didn't know
Not
laughing
that.
so
shattered,
much.
Crushed. Like, it has
Like,
been,
His
like,
body
ground to
remains
powder.
fine.
Yeah, but remember we said like I still had like half my face to like.
I
do
don't
this
know where
normal.
you got that from. I described it as head to shoulder was crushed.
Zephy could just tell by, Casimir's body language what he was saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were saying that I was body language-wise.
Okay.
Point is, you see that, and you're like, oh, guess he's alive.
That's why I was laughing so
Okay.
hard.
My bad. See, I missed. Okay. I'm
Taika
gonna go
was
back.
like... Taika
I
probably
go
didn't get a
back on
full
my-
look. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back on my statement and be like, the Valkyrie has taken him down as well. It is a fitting death for one as great as she.
Great, but do you still want to go to Canada?
Even the greatest of warriors does not charge in alone.
Oh god, why can't anyone give me a straight answer?
Pretty sure
I'm just gonna say that there's a gleam of red from the passenger seat.
Olaf is gonna go, hell has arrived, and like take his axe and try to swing it at that red mark.
Yo,
Wrong.
you're gonna hit me!
Okay, so, Taika, that is definitely Ezreal. Wrong hell. I have a better question for you, Stabby McStabberson. Do you want to live?
Funny you should mention that. He wants to go to Valhalla.
How much
Well, I
job
highly
does
doubt
he
he's
have?
going to...
What did Olaf say?
Kyle.
Olaf said, I must go and join the great Valkyrie.
So what, you want me to just drop you off in Canada and see how you fare? Because that's the only way you're going to die in battle.
The Valkyrie would want us to win. I am no mere fool, expecting me to handle hell by herself. No, by myself.
pretty sure she would want you to live, but okay.
What she probably wants is for us to save people.
Yeah, and you can't exactly do that if you're dead now, can you?
No. No, you can't.
Look, I can't guarantee saving a lot of people, but I can at least save you two. Shit's going to hell fast. And a lot worse than the shit I'm used to. So, what do you say?
Normally I'd make a joke about saving my dealer first, but that's probably not best for now.
What about you hairy little midget?
A great warrior takes care of his party.
So are you coming with me and living, or staying here and dying?
I will make sure the miss with the rolls of grass lives.
Is he always like this?
Yeah, I've gotten used to it though.
I can't tell which he means. Does he want me to just leave him here?
He means me. He's trying to save me. Grass, haha, weed.
Yeah. Okay. When I say go, hit the brakes.
Alright.
And with that, this runic circle just kind of opens up ahead of you.
Alright. Well, she's still waiting for the go.
And as you go through, now!
And she hits the brakes, even though she's supposed to hear it go.
Yeah. You come to a stop. If you want to know where you are, I suggest rolling sharp.
Really? My first thing was I was gonna have her literally just go, "Hey, is this hell?"
Olaf, this is definitely hell. Taika, I guess if you want to ask the question.
It's like, yeah, are we in hell?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the great belly of hell, eh?
Wrong hell. 2 L's, not 1.
Huh, well, if I was being honest, I thought my first trip here would be, I don't know.
When you were dead?
Not only that, I thought I'd be naked and probably used as some, demon lords, You know what, I'm not gonna get into that actually. Let's ignore that.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to get into that either. I'd rather not think about any of my bosses doing that sort of thing.
No, oh wait, no, you're no, not like, never, I don't even, Taika's just gonna start blushing and hiding her face, just, oh god damn it.
Anyway. Come on.
Alright.
Gotta go meet your friends.
Taika's going to, get out of the truck, give it a slight, pat on the head and just be like, "Sorry there, buddy. Looks like our old driver isn't gonna come back till you go. Give you another ride."
As you guys make your way to the house, Ezreal opens the door, and inside you see Kit, Jonathan, and Charlie.
Jonathan gets up and runs and hugs both Olaf and Taika.
Taika's gonna smile down at Jonathan and look over at Charlie and be like, "Hey, looks like you got out in time."
Yeah, get Nade's upstairs sleeping.
It's a miracle he's alive.
Luckily, he was at the house whenever Ezreal dropped by.
Yeah, but which one of you remembered to fetch him now, eh?
Her.
Fair enough. How are you, Jonathan?
I've been better.
That's for sure, yeah?
Jonathan Jonathan looks around and then just kind of his face falls ever so slightly and just shakes his head. You know, I know what happened, but I was kind of hoping I'd see my dad again.
Yeah. Taika's gonna scratch the back of her head and just be like, I've got a theory or two on that, but if you'd rather not me get into that kind of stuff, I won't say anything.
Do not worry, wee lad. By the day that, by the end of the fortnight, when we have vanquished the embodiment of hell back to where it came, you shall see your father again.
If there's anything left after 4 days.
I'm sorry, did you just promise him that he'd be able to see his dad again in 2 weeks?
Listen, Olaf is ready to fight. He doesn't know what's going on. He knows. Oh, in his mind, Ragnarok is going on. A little different than what it's supposed to be, but it's
Very.
he's ready. So like, he's expecting to see Zephy again anytime soon. With the other Valkyries. So
Taika's just gonna pull out her phone and just look over to see if Ezreal's still around.
Do you get a good signal in hell?
Olaf wants to die quickly.
Oh God!
I'm just drinking.
Either way, Taika's gonna be like, yeah, I know this probably isn't the kind of people you're thinking about saving, but if you want, you can drag me back up there, connect to the, internet, mobile stuff, whatever, and I can see what kind of idiots were partying today. You can probably get groups of people that way.
Alright. I will definitely tell you that time constraints mean that there likely won't be many that I managed to pull through, but so long as we don't have just, everyone dead.
So like I said, I tried to see what kind of large gatherings were happening today, but that's about it.
Yeah. Alright. And she kind of just leaves you outside to do it out there.
Yeah.
And as you go about trying to save who you can, Arlo, you manage to just every so often catch glimpses through the eyes of Aramina. It's a maddening mess, but every so often it's coherent. And one of the things you distinctly see is it running, is it just speeding headlong at this horrific, inhuman monstrosity with 4 arms and far too many eyes.
Find it. Do as much damage as you can. Silently egging on the madness god.
Yep.
What are you, a coward? Go fight it.
That's where we're going to leave that and this series. So that was kind of a downer note.
Yeah.
Which I apologize for that.
No, it's all right. I could have refused Aramina, but I thought about it, and it's like, well, Arlo would try to do something. He hates feeling helpless.
Yeah. Well,
I was expecting the end. I was kind of rooting for it.
My whole issue was just trying to make it to where it wasn't. It was at least in some way satisfying. So, not like it just felt like a fucking really that's it. But anyway, so that's where that is.
Well, I'm assuming the god is going to try to fight the 12-handed thing, right?
The 12-hand, the one hand of the 12-handed god.
Yeah.
Hence why it had 4 arms, 2 legs, 4 arms, 6 fingers. I'm clever. Anyway, But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
I have
Both
to ask you,
anyone that happened to
even
listen.
though we technically lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say both anyone that's been listening along to this, as well as just you guys playing it. Like, God, it feels so weird to end this off this way.
I enjoyed the final fight between Casimir and Zephy.
Bonk.
That was fucking awesome.
It was super anime too.
Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh man, it was fun telling a story with all of y'all. That's the fun thing about these role-playing games, even if they don't necessarily end on a happy.
Oh yeah, because that was the whole thing, and why this one took so long was just trying to figure out how I could do this in a way that didn't feel like too handholdy and too, like, you know.
There are enough questions left behind that's like, that's really interesting. Like, okay, so how long did Arlo hold out before he was finally just destroyed? Like, what happened to Armand? Were there any like survivors on the planet who fought back against the 12-handed god? Just lots of different things that we're probably never going to get the answer to, but it's fun to think about.
Do you want to hear what Taika's theory was?
What?
If the realm, like plane or universe of Earth isn't completely destroyed, and there's at least like if something's left over, but it's all fucking kind of weird, probably the only survivor would have been Arlo, but he kind of threw himself at the thing, so he probably didn't survive.
Well, Arlo, as you know him, definitely didn't survive. The whole thing is you literally have two gods fighting, like full-on gods.
Yeah.
So
Arlo gave himself over as a vessel for the god of madness to combat this eldritch abomination.
yeah.
But
yeah, so that's like the whole thing. Like, basically, like, take the Zephy versus Casimir fight that happened, and then multiply that by several magnitudes. And that's what's going on.
It's gonna be like the final fight in Devilman Crybaby.
oh god.
Yeah, kinda!
And now poor Olaf is stuck, in the wrong hell. Living his life out there.
I don't know, maybe he could get a job in law enforcement. If he dies in the line of duty, maybe that'll count.
Or maybe, like, while we're there, like one of my favorite books, that he, like, learns, oh, there are other paths besides just Valhalla. Like,
yeah.
And, go along with one of those paths instead. And, like, he still remembers his Valkyrie and, still, like, feels her death.
Start a weed farm in hell.
Bold of you would assume there aren't any there already.
Oh, it's not
No,
that.
no,
It's
no.
just,
She's gonna become the, like, main.
No, here's the thing. She technically has really rare weed now. She has like the last of Earth weed. It's probably like she's probably gonna have to like be very careful and become like a botanist to understand to like not cross and like mutate it to like keep it pure Earth shit. Because I'm pretty sure the stuff in hell is either A, stronger, or B, made for demons.
I'm just imagining her selling this to like some demon children. Like, hey, I got some of that rare shit.
Mm-hmm. This is just some of the stuff that we had back on Earth.
Different headaches for Ezra Cole.
Which, of course, we all knew that she wasn't going to save Armand. So I guess at least we had that little kind of comical bit.
That was funny. Like,
so here's what it is: all the humans on Earth are dead, right?
At very least, most of them.
Yeah. If there are no humans left after some point, Armand might be the next thing that Cthulhu thing has to deal with.
That poor god.
Yep. Also, so they just dragged the rest of Casimir's body like over to them, right?
The gods, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just picturing like for a moment like the other fingers still have consciousness, right?
Yeah.
And that one brother who was talking to Casimir earlier is just like, what the hell happened to you? And Casimir can't respond because he doesn't have a head. He just flips him off.
The nameless one just, wait, you all died? Okay. Anyway.
And then they look at them and they look at Casimir. Well, I can tell which one had the harder fight. Because one's, oh, they lost a head. One, he lost his head. Like,
Where did it go?
like these people got their heads chopped off. His got smashed in. He had the tougher fight, it seems.
The third finger, it took 2 people to cut off her head, and then it also got cut to pieces because you guys didn't like that it was smiling at you.
True.
Arlo's paranoid.
Yes.
Well.
Anyway.
Also, I like how Zeffy was the only reason the apocalypse ever truly happened. Except for like the
Yep.
first couple. It's mostly just her fighting Casimir that causes it.
Yeah.
Because like the first time we fought in the beach, I spent what, a luck or 2? And then this time I spent the remaining 2 luck.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode.